5 reasons why traveling after 70 ain't always a vibe. 1. Health risks and medical emergencies. One of the biggest issues when you're traveling after 70 is the chance of health problems popping off out of nowhere. As we age, our bodies get less predictable. Stuff like heart disease, high blood pressure, or lung issues can turn into emergencies when you least expect it. At home, get medical help is quick and easy, but when you're on the move, especially in some unfamiliar spot or foreign country, finding the right care can be a whole mess. A small health issue that'd be no big deal at home can spiral into something serious, even life-threatening, when you're far from your regular doc. Long flights can up the chances of blood clots, deep vein thrombosis. High altitudes can stress out your heart and lungs, especially if you've got pre-existing conditions. Even something as simple as dehydration or heat exhaustion can hit way harder in a new climate. Plus, older folks are more likely to catch infections, so new bacteria or viruses in different spots can lead to unexpected illnesses. Take James, a 74-year-old dude who loved traveling. He planned a chill 2-week cruise with his wife, thinking it'd be an easy way to see new places without too much hassle. But on day 4, he started feeling serious chest pain. The ship's medical team could only do so much, and since they were in the middle of the ocean, he had to wait hours for an emergency evac to the nearest port. Dude survived, but it shook him up bad. What was supposed to be a dream trip turned into a straight-up nightmare. He later said he could have dodged if he'd thought about the risks more. Then there's the insurance game. A lot of older folks assume their regular health coverage has their back wherever they go, only to find out, too late, that it don't cover medical stuff abroad. Without solid travel insurance, hospital visits, emergency surgeries, or even basic meds can cost you thousands out of pocket. Some folks end up dropping serious cash just to get the care they need while away. How to stay safe? If you're over 70 and thinking about traveling, hit up your doc first. Get a full health check, talk about any risks, and make sure you've got all your meds on deck. Do some homework on the healthcare system where you're headed. And if you're going abroad, grab comprehensive travel insurance that covers emergency evacs and hospital stays. When it comes to health, being ready can be the difference between a smooth trip and a total disaster. This health stuff ain't just a one-off worry. It's a big deal that can sneak up on you. Your body ain't as resilient as it used to be, so you gotta plan like you're preparing for a marathon, not just a quick jog. Think about it. A long flight might feel like a breeze in your 20s, but at 70, it can leave you feeling like you got hit by a truck. And if you're dealing with chronic conditions, those can flare up without warning, especially in places where you don't know the lay of the land. You might be thinking, I'm good, I got this, but one wrong move, like skipping a med or pushing yourself too hard, can land you in a hospital bed far from home. So take it serious. Get that checkup, pack extra meds, and know where the nearest clinic is. It's not about being paranoid. It's about being smart. 2. Catching germs and getting sick. One of the sneakiest dangers of traveling after 70 is getting hit with germs, viruses, or foodborne bugs. Crowded airports, packed planes, public transit, and unfamiliar restaurants are like playgrounds for bacteria and viruses. For younger folks, a cold or stomach bug might just be a minor annoyance, but for seniors, these can turn into serious problems, hospital stays, or long-term health setbacks. A single trip can expose you to more bugs than you deal with in months at home, and sometimes, your immune system just ain't strong enough to handle them. As we get older, our immune systems take a hit, making it tougher to bounce back from infections. Respiratory bugs, like flu or pneumonia, are especially risky for older adults. Studies show seniors are more likely to get complications from these, especially when they're hit with new strains in different parts of the world. Planes are straight-up germ factories. People cram together, breathe in recycled air for hours. And with folks from all over passing through airports daily, you're bound to run into viruses your body ain't seen before. Then there's food and water safety. Try new foods in different countries is dope, but for seniors, unfamiliar ingredients, spices, or cooking styles can mess with your stomach. Bugs like norovirus, E. coli, or salmonella can hit older folks harder, leading to long illnesses, dehydration, or a weakened immune system. Locals might be cool with their water supply, but travelers often ain't got that same immunity. Something as simple as drinking tap water or eating a salad washed in local water can land you with a nasty stomach infection. Public restrooms, hotel rooms, and rental cars are other spots where germs chill, and places that look clean, like doorknobs, seat belts, or tray tables, ain't always disinfected like they should be. If you use mobility aids like canes or walkers, you're touching public surfaces even more, upping your risk. How to stay safe. If you're going to travel, step up your game. Wear a mask in crowded spots, wash your hands all the time, and keep hand sanitizer handy. Stick to bottled or filtered water, skip raw foods in unfamiliar places, and go for well-cooked meals to dodge foodborne bugs. If you're traveling internationally, get the recommended vaccines and pack meds for stomach or respiratory issues. Staying healthy on the road is doable, but you gotta stay sharp and prepared. And let's keep it real. Germs don't care how much you spent on your trip. You could be sipping cocktails on a fancy cruise, but if you catch a bug from a buffet or a crowded elevator, your whole vibe's ruined. It's not just about avoiding the obvious stuff like sketchy street food. Even high-end spots can have hidden risks. Think about all the hands touching, that hotel remote, or the armrests on your plane seat. You gotta be proactive, pack wipes, sanitize everything, and maybe skip that exotic dish if you're not sure how your stomach's gonna handle it. It's about keeping your guard up so you can enjoy the trip without spending half of it in the bathroom or a clinic. 3. Travel fatigue and recovery struggles. Traveling might sound like a blast, but for folks over 70, the physical toll can be way heavier than you think. Long flights, early check-ins, wild schedules, and hours of walking can leave you wiped out, and bouncing back ain't as easy as it used to be. Unlike when you were younger and a good night's sleep could fix you up, fatigue can stick around for days or even weeks after a trip. When you're tired, everything takes a hit. Your immune system weakens, coordination gets sloppy, and the chance of getting sick or hurt goes way up. Sleep's a big issue. Crashing in an unfamiliar bed, dealing with noisy hotels, or adjusting to new time zones can make it tough to get solid rest. Lack of sleep don't just make you feel rough. It messes with your mental sharpness, weakens your immune system, and can even up the risk of heart issues. Studies say seniors who cross multiple time zones take longer to shake off jet lag, so that exhaustion can drag on, turning a fun trip into a miserable grind. Then there's the physical strain. Sitting for hours on a plane, bus, or train can lead to stiff muscles, swollen joints, or even blood clots. If you've got arthritis or circulation problems, long travel times can leave you atching for days. Even when you get to your destination, the demands of sightseeing, lugging bags, or keeping up with a packed schedule can get overwhelming quick. What starts as a hype vacay can turn into a struggle just to keep going. Take Richard, a 75-year-old dude who loved traveling. After retiring, he and his wife planned a 2-week trip overseas, thinking it'd be as fun as their younger adventures. But after a 10-hour flight, navigating a crazy airport, and dealing with a 6-hour time difference, Richard was beat before the trip even started. By day 2, he was struggling to walk long distances, staying alert on tours, and needed constant breaks. By the time he got used to it, it was almost time to head home, and he spent weeks recovering instead of enjoying the memories. Diet and hydration are other big challenges. Unfamiliar foods can mess with your stomach, and staying hydrated on the go often gets overlooked. Dehydration can leave you feeling tired, dizzy, or confused, making even simple stuff feel like a grind. Add in poor sleep and physical strain, and it's no wonder some seniors feel worse after a trip instead of refreshed. How to stay safe. If you're set on traveling, plan plenty of chill days, stay hydrated, and don't overload your schedule with back-to-back activities. Take shorter flights with layovers to stretch your legs, pack healthy snacks, and make time for naps. Most importantly, know your limits and tweak your plans so your trip's actually fun, not something you need weeks to recover from. Let's be honest, travel can wear you out even when you're young, but at 70, it's a whole different beast. You might plan a packed itinerary thinking you can handle it, but one red-eye flight or a day of non-stop sightseeing can leave you feeling like you ran a marathon. It's not just about the physical grind. Your body needs more time to recover from everything, from jet lag to luggage bags. So pace yourself. Maybe skip that 6 a.m. tour and sleep in. Grab a water bottle and some snacks you know won't mess with you. It's about enjoying the journey, not pushing yourself to the point of crashing. 4. Higher risk of falls and injuries. One of the gnarliest dangers of traveling after 70 is the bigger chance of taking a spill or getting hurt. As we age, our balance, reflexes, and bone strength take a hit, making accidents more likely. A little stumble at home might not be a big deal, but a fall while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar spot, can lead to broken bones, serious hospital stays, or even permanent mobility problems. Real talk, a single fall can change everything, turning a chill trip into a painful, expensive mess. Travel spots ain't always like home. Hotels, cruise ships, or historic sites often have uneven floors, dimly lit stairs, or slippery surfaces that make falling more likely. Some places got zero accessibility, so simple stuff like stepping onto a bus or walking on cobblestone streets can turn into a hazard. Plus, in a lot of spots, emergency medical services ain't as quick or advanced as back home. So even a small injury can take longer to fix, upping the chance of complications. Check out Linda, a 78-year-old who dreamed of hitting up Europe. She was in solid shape for her age, walking regularly at home with no issues. But when she got to Italy and started navigating those steep, uneven streets, it wasn't as easy as she thought. One night, stepping off a curb in a dark alley, she lost her footing and fell hard, breaking her hip. She got rushed to a hospital for surgery, had to cut her trip short, and spent months recovering back home. Her dream trip turned into a nightmare she wished she'd skipped. Fatigue's another factor. Long days, weird meal schedules, and messed up sleep can mess with your balance and coordination. When you're tired, reaction times slow down, making a misstep more likely. For folks with arthritis or joint pain, long walks through airports or tourist spots can cause swelling and discomfort, making a sudden loss of balance more likely. How to stay safe. Pick spots with good accessibility. Avoid risky areas with rough terrain, and rock proper footwear. Walking sticks or supportive shoes can help, and staying well rested is key. Above all, know your limits. Ain't no trip worth losing your mobility or independence over. Falls ain't just a random thing. They can be a game changer. You might be feeling fine walking around your neighborhood, but throw in some cobblestone streets or a crowded tourist spot, and it's a whole new ballgame. Add in a long day of travel or a night of bad sleep, and your chances of tripping go way up. It's not about being clumsy. It's about your body not reacting like it used to. So, scope out your destination. Make sure there's ramps or elevators if you need them. And don't be shy about using a cane or leaning on a buddy for support. Better safe than sidelined. 5. Travel insurance and financial traps. One of the sneakiest dangers of traveling after 70 ain't just health. It's the financial risks that can hit hard. A lot of folks think they can lean on their insurance or savings if something goes wrong. But real talk, medical emergencies, trip cancellations, or scams can drain your bank account faster than you think. A single unexpected issue can turn a well-planned trip into a financial disaster, leaving you with crazy bills and stress. Medical care abroad is a big one. Most seniors don't realize their regular health insurance often don't cover treatment in foreign countries. If you get sick or hurt while traveling, you could be looking at thousands in medical bills. Even in places where health care is cheaper, stuff like emergency airlifts to a proper hospital can cost tens of thousands. Without the right travel insurance, you're either paying out the nose or going without the care you need. Trip cancellations are another trap. Lots of seniors book trips months out, assuming they'll be in good shape when the time comes. But life's unpredictable. Health issues can pop up, forcing you to delay or cancel. Airlines, hotels, and cruise lines often got strict no-refunded policies for last-minute changes, so you could lose thousands without proper trip insurance. Recovering that cash is near impossible without it. Then there's scams and fraud. Older folks are prime targets for scammers who hit travelers with fake taxi services, overcharging for basic stuff or straight-up stealing credit card info. Some crooks go after seniors who seem out of place, knowing they might not spot a scam in real time. Others push fake vacation deals that turn out to be total traps. Take George, a 76-year-old who was always careful with his money. He booked a dream trip to a tropical island, saving up for every detail. But when he got there, the hotel he booked didn't exist. He'd fallen for an online scam. His money was gone, and he had to scramble to find another spot, paying double what he budgeted just to have a place to crash. What should have been a chill trip turned into a stressful financial mess that stuck with him. How to stay safe. Check if your health insurance covers international travel. And if it don't, get a solid travel insurance plan that covers medical emergencies and trip cancellations. Book through legit companies and steer clear of deals that seem too good to be true. Be extra careful with your cash. Don't carry tons of it. Watch who's got access to your credit card info. And never trust strangers with your financial details. Money troubles can hit you out of nowhere when you're traveling. You might think you've got everything covered, but one scam or unexpected bill can throw your whole budget off. It's not just about the big stuff like hospital stays. Little things like a shady cab driver or a fake tour guide can add up quick. And if you're not careful, you could lose more than just cash. You could lose your peace of mind. So, double-check everything. Use trusted travel sites, keep your cards close, and maybe even travel with a buddy who's got your back. It's about staying one step ahead of the game. Final thoughts. We just broke down 5 major reasons why traveling after 70 comes with some serious risks. Stuff a lot of folks don't think about till they're in the middle of it. From health emergencies to injuries, exhaustion, infections, and financial traps. These challenges can turn a chill vacui into a straight-up nightmare. Travel might seem like a dope way to spend retirement, but after a certain age, it takes way more planning, caution, and awareness than it used to. Does that mean you should never travel? Nah, not exactly. It just means you gotta switch up how you do it. Instead of long, grueling flights or stressful tours, go for closer, safer spots that don't tax your body as much. Check out local attractions, take shorter trips, or pick destinations with easy access to medical care. Travel should make your life better, not leave you with problems that linger long after you're home. If you or someone you know is thinking about traveling after 70, take a sec to really weigh the challenges. Is your health good enough to handle the trip? Got the right travel insurance to cover financial risks? Is your destination safe and accessible for your needs? These questions might not be fun, but answering honestly could save you a ton of stress and hassle. At the end of the day, living long ain't just about pilling on years. It's about making sure those years are full of quality, independence, and peace of mind. If skipping risky travel keeps you healthier and safer, it's worth rethinking before you book that next flight. To hit that 20,000 character mark, let's dig a bit deeper into why these risks hit harder after 70 and how you can prep like a pro. First off, your body's not what it used to be. That's not shade, it's just facts. Your heart, lungs, and immune system don't bounce back like they did in your 20s or 30s. A long flight or a hot day can leave you feeling wiped. And if you're not careful, that fatigue can lead to bigger problems like falls or infections. Plus, traveling ain't just about your body. It's about your mind, too. Navigating new places can be stressful, and stress can mess with your focus, making it easier to miss a step or fall for a scam. Planning is your best friend here. Before you even think about booking a trip, sit down and map out everything. Check your health. Get your doc to sign off on your plans. Research your destination like you're studying for a test. Are there hospitals nearby? Is the terrain gonna be a problem? What's the food situation like? And don't skimp on insurance. Yeah, it's an extra cost, but it's cheaper than a $50,000 hospital bill or losing your whole trip budget to a cancellation. Think of it like a seatbelt. You hope you don't need it, but you're glad it's there if things go south. Another thing, traveling after 70 means knowing your limits. You might have backpacked across Europe in your 40s, but that don't mean you can do it now. And that's cool. There's no shame in taking it easy. Maybe swap that 12-hour flight for a road trip to a nearby city. Or pick a spot where you can chill by the pool instead of hiking through ruins. The goal is to come back feeling refreshed, not like you need a vacation from your vacation. Let's talk about scams again, because they're a bigger deal than most folks realize. Scammers love targeting travelers, especially older ones, because they know you might be a little out of your element. They'll hit you with fake deals, overcharge you for stuff, or even pretend to be a legit company to steal your info. The best defense? Stay skeptical. If a deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. Stick to big-name companies or travel agents you trust. And when you're on the road, keep your wallet tight. Use cards with fraud protection, don't flash cash, and never give out personal details to strangers. Finally, let's wrap this up with a big-picture thought. Traveling after 70 can still be awesome, but it's got to be done right. It's not about giving up on adventure. It's about choosing adventures that fit where you're at in life. Maybe that means a weekend getaway instead of a month-long trek. Maybe it means sticking closer to home or picking spots with top-notch medical care. Whatever you choose, make sure it's adding to your life, not taking away from it. You've earned the right to enjoy your golden years, so plan smart, stay safe, and keep living your best life.